Sorry, that's my bad.
Great. Now we're
Did
getting
we
copyright
start
struck.
yet?
We have. Yeah, we just
You
started.
said something about it.
Son of a mother pus bucketing frick
That's how
wet
I
ever.
got demonetized.
Deep breaths, deep breaths, deep breaths. All right, hi
Bounce
everybody.
on you, Sai. Watch
Shut
out.
up!
Oh my god.
Hi everybody. We're gonna be
Yes,
playing
I
some
am.
Dungeons.
Practice
me.
in.
I'm gonna try. I mean, I think I need a little
Damn.
bit more of this beer. Hold on.
I don't know if that's the solution to this
That,
current problem.
Had a headache all day, and let's hope
Oh,
that helps.
bummer.
All right, so
Cyberbullying me.
All right, let's go. Last time on the Dawnforged Company.
was that all you got? Okay. Yes. Last time on the Dawnforged Company, they had found them. They made their way back to the material plane after many adventures across many realms, and had found themselves back in the Eyrie, this new forming society of Aarakocra, freed from Kenku, freed from the curse of flightlessness, trying to create a society that was both going to work and built on top of what they knew, their ancestral memories, and just what they thought was fair. Unfortunately, when they returned, oh yes, they were trying to find some cultural accents to go with it. But when they returned, they found a permeating night outside of magical darkness. A darkness so heavy and thick that bits of it drip off, clinging to where what normal shadow would be, clumps up into magical substance that drips off of things and is super gross. And they, upon going outside of the temple, they used the teleportation circle to get back to. They found carrion crawlers. These awful magical machines walking through this battlefield, which had once been the crops feeding the city, picking up bodies and spiking them onto their backs. The Dawnforged Company, deciding that this battle was over, decided to make for the trees and try to make their way magically to Kern, the dwarvish city under the mountains and under the Zealer Akim. Along the way, they saw the tracks, the body of the captain of the guard, called the Flight, clearly not willing to leave this new city, the Eyrie. He stayed behind and he fell, and they saw him spiked on a carrion crawler. They were also wondering where the hell their birds were. Both Maverick and Purse they'd sent them to the city, and now the city has clearly fallen as they see patrols of these thin, weird-looking, gaunt elves and some recognizable members of the Flight flying around looking with purple crystals embedded in their forehead. But they managed to make it to the tree line, and after it looked like they were going to go, but Uza decided to give one last chance to see if Maverick was there, and used all of the noise that he could conjure to get his voice as loud as he could, and yelled out for Maverick. And while they waited, and soon a carrion crawler started clearly running their way. And then Maverick flapping at the same speed, with a couple uses of flying, teleportation, and hurl through hell, where they dropped the carrion crawler through hell to buy themselves precious seconds as the tree opened and everybody goes through. Well, Uza barely skims through as the door to the tree was closing. Then they found themselves in Kern. Looking around, they were at the academy, the new Dawnforge Academy for adventurers, with Alcaeus and pretty much everybody that they had sent there. The whole bunch of people, I should say, that they sent there. They talked to Alcaeus, found that they've been gone for a while. They've been gone, well, at least a month. They found out that there had been a temple raised to Akkadi inside of Kern. The fighting for the area was mostly outside of the walls, so the inside of the walls are pretty much intact. And then, sorry, I'm going through all these things. The records that the Aarakocra were sifting through and sorting have been captured temporarily, so the history of the Aarakocra has been cut off. And other than that, no one thinks that they're pretty sure. Maverick is pretty sure that no one found the temple, as there was a lone Myrmidon air elemental that was fighting off things until it fell. And if anything did go through the temple, he knows for a fact it was nothing that had wings. So they just not a good place to be. The elemental plane of air without wings.
True.
And let's see. Which one of these did I want to do? All right. Oh yes, you also found that the two, the three children, grandchildren of Shanoth, had been started their studies at the adventuring school, and their mom was somewhere close to be found. You sent for her to see if she could be found.
She was with the guard.
Yeah, she had
Guard
joined.
the walls.
She had joined the guard and was apparently somewhere near the gates. Is where they decided to put her for a posting. Yeah, Alcaeus sent out the owls as requested to tell all the leaders in town to head to the schools. So you guys know the council that you guys had. The last you know is the Guildmasters Council is what rules Kern. So you're expecting them to come.
The way Bloodscale put it was all leaders, because we also know the hobgoblins are here.
Oh, okay, perfect. Yeah, so that makes sense. Yeah, so you got you're expecting everybody. So you would have contacted the what are they called? The Council of the Eyrie, the Guildmasters of Kern, and the Emperor of the Hobgoblins are the three leaders in town right now that you know of. And then. Oh, okay. And then we're gonna kind of, I think let's go ahead and dive in. This is gonna be, you're still talking to Alcaeus at this point. I believe Zephyr and Mesnos had headed to bed, but I think everybody else was still awake at this point. Absconded, yeah. Is that correct?
I think I went to sleep.
Perfect. Yeah.
Sure. If anyone remembers differently, please let me know.
No, I believe you were going to sleep too.
Yeah, I believe most everybody was headed that way. Yeah. Remember we didn't have to do that? That was cool.
Dream.
Oh. All right, and then
When didn't you have to sleep? What are you talking about?
When
Uzo,
the
when
Aaron
he was-
Joker didn't have to sleep because of the
Oh yeah, that's
demigod we
right.
killed.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
Call back.
Good callback. Good callback. I'm super glad I asked about it.
All right. And so at this point, you're still talking to Alcaeus, and he kind of turns to you, Bloodscale, and he's like, yes, and just curious, what are the names of all your companions?
This is Fath.
No, not you, Bloodscale.
I mean, that's Faf. Vicer, Zephyr and Mesnos ran off. Vicer here was going to go to bed. Zarek's over there. He's new. Hi, Zarek. Ulu's over there. She's newer. Hi. And then, Uza. Hi, Uza.
Hello.
Excellent. And then, do you remember my
Oh,
name?
I got a new name.
Oh, you have a new one. What is it?
Rakan?
Rakan.
Hobgoblins gave it to me.
Ha ha ha. Very nice.
Glad.
Do you know what it means?
I like it.
I did at one point. I probably could have my memory jogged on that. It's like warrior or something like that. It's been a long day.
Rakan means battle in Hobgoblin, so it fits you well.
I mean, that's close to what I thought it was, so that's fine.
Oh.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Although they told me another name they had given you. It seems you don't remember the whole thing. Huldun Rakan, grown to battle.
Oh, I only heard the Rakan, but we were kind of...
Excellent,
Spell
excellent.
that!
Yes, I can. Look it
It's
up.
legitimately a Brandon failing. Don't worry about this.
Oh, that's funny. H S. I'll just think
As
of
he
it.
spells it out, Vicer's gonna write it in the air.
HUULDUUNRHAKHAAN.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had
he
the
feels-
other bit perfect, so I'm
Perfect,
guessing
okay.
I'm gonna,
make sure he says that in Draconic. I can understand that really well right now.
Excellent.
so
And
nice here.
I know.
That's nah, it's just funny.
do you remember who you asked me to send a letter to that was a little closer and a little farther behind in your memory?
What?
Huh?
You know, you might have called them family ones.
What?
What?
Do you remember anything of your clan?
What?
That's what I was afraid of.
Means no.
I fear
Am I missing a name?
you are. Do you remember your... You told me your name was Crixel. Does that mean anything to you?
No.
Froskin. Does that mean anything?
I got nothing.
It's worse than I thought then. How many times have you been hit in the head since we last saw each other?
God.
I just look over at Uza.
I start counting on my fingers, and then when I get to 10, I kind of look awkwardly, and then started counting feathers on a wing.
Okay.
Hold on. Okay, that's when we got to Kern. Okay.
Well, I have been... Go ahead.
I
He
just hate
died.
to point, I just hate to point this out too. Uzo wasn't even here the whole time. It's been even. There's even more than that.
Oh, God. Okay.
Hold on. When did I send you a letter?
About a month and a half ago.
I think I only died between here and then.
That's much worse. I assume the
Arlen says
eyes.
hi.
That's interesting.
The gold one.
I can remember dragons, guys.
That's pretty cool. I wish.
Aurix. A-U-R-I-X.
I'm not
Aurix.
good at pronouncing things.
Perfect.
I mean, if
Still
you
alive,
want-
then. Still
Actually, hold on.
alive.
Uza, come here.
Yep.
I touch his bow and I get Ulhar back. And I'm
The
just
eye
gonna
opens.
let all the voices in tandem say all the names of the dragons.
You see his eyes
That's
kind of
still
go wide.
unnerving.
Well, isn't that something new? Kind of like leans in closer towards the
Oh,
eyes.
as he says each of the names, Viser's just gonna have a globe that goes the color of the dragon in the air.
Perfect.
Call.
And then, so as you say, he's gonna go up to the blackened eyeball, and then he's gonna like tap the eyelid. I remember you. And then he's like, he kind of looks over at the, tried to kill the gold ones. Got called to defend. That was fucked up. All right. So it's
I'm
worse than you
still
thought.
alive.
Good. That's
Wait a minute. What do you mean you got called to defend the gold once?
Oh, I'm sure you've met the defenders of the gold.
What was that order's name?
The Flynn?
Yep, that's them. Well,
Are you them?
no. Rashes. Well, he was.
Holy shit, really?
Yeah, back when we were adventuring together, Rash was part of the Flynn Order, and he gave it up after, they didn't save his family because hard to defend about things you don't realize or know are happening.
Who?
He blames Ulrich for not
Wait,
knowing.
who?
The goblin? Remember
Hold
this
on.
guy?
Jesus. It's
Pretended to
awful.
be a less littler guy.
Goblin. Got it.
Yep.
Yeah. Goblin.
I'm gonna try and remind Bloodscale based on heights. Like goblin down here, and then he was pretending to be here, and he was pretending to be the dwarf, but
Viser
Um,
comes
Gave me
and goes,
this.
I would sure like to know what you're talking
Is
about.
Is Tuza around?
Tuza, yes, still around. He kind of looks at you, and at this point, I want you to make a history check at disadvantage, Bloodscale.
Second.
What could be
Click that,
causing this
click that.
disadvantage?
Click.
I think there's-
that
We're
button.
running out of room in that one
And
bedroom
that button.
apartment.
Oh my god.
Oh,
He
So-
don't
So
like
bad.
the story for me. It's great.
Brain aneurysm.
Holy fuck. So looking at Crixel, wasn't he silver before? No, he was gold. No, he was silver. Wait, wasn't he a lady? Wait. when did it? And then, as you're trying to concentrate on figuring out who Alcaeus is, you realize you can't remember like events before. It's super hard to access anything before the Feywild. Like it's that there was something there. You've been in Kern, but all faces are fading. All and names are just almost completely gone. And he kind of takes a second,
That's not
and
great, but I mean that's kind of normal.
it's much worse than it used to be. Like it's to the point where like you're starting to look around, and this place has the feeling of a place you've never been before. Like it feels alien, but you've been here. You remember that you've been here, but it doesn't. You don't have a clear enough memory that it just feels all completely new.
That's why I'm only remembering party members' names. And the dragons that are currently in my head that constantly whisper.
That's gotta be. I'm hungry.
Are you having fun?
God damn it!
What does it even mean to have fun? What does that even mean?
So, do you remember what else you asked me to do?
I think I just asked you earlier to find somebody to fix my brain, so I think I knew something's wrong.
Yes, that's good.
Good intuition.
Well, I've been talking to a few people. One suggests there's a potion that if you add a little bit of meat to it or a little bit of hair or something, that you can relive the memories of a creature that is used.
You said I couldn't remember stuff since before the Feywild, right?
That's correct.
Well, I remember that.
Yep.
Alright.
Are there orcs here?
There are a few orcs have come. Not all of them. There's a few. Let's see. It was the Follows of Chagras and what was the other one? Chagras and Yurtis. Yurtis was the other one. Yeah, those two. The followers of those two have come.
I was gonna let Ulu do that, but that's fine.
I mean, she can talk to them. They are a little out of sorts for sure. Also, I've had Gimzik working on something.
Oh god.
Well, you say you can channel these dragons into other things. Yeah, if you have any more of that bow.
Give me a what? Bronze. Give me a bronze.
Working on that right now. But do you have any more of that bone you said you can transfer the dragons into?
I mean, I got a bunch of it on my arm.
Perfect.
I have unused stuff.
Even better. Now, Gimzik is working on this helmet sort of thing where he believes he can commune with the dragons and use them to access your memory, then modify your memory back to where it was.
Can't I just commune with the dragons and have them do it?
Well, they have the inability to cast magic from where they are. They need a focus of some sort. You know, they need to be able to channel their powers through something. So he'd be using the helmet. You'd put the dragons in the helmet after they'd collected your memories from your head. Then they would put them in Gimzek's head, and he would cast Modified Memory on you, restoring the memories.
Hold on. Guys, is this something you guys could just do? And I just open my mouth to the dragons talk.
And they all say they need a focus. A focus is required. That is why they were happy to find a focus.
Could do it with focus, bro.
I can't focus right now. I thought you knew this. I look like a Ford to you.
Is it be all of us interrupting you all the time?
I was making a Ford joke.
I was making a meta player in-game joke.
People interrupt me all the time. I'm IT. It's how life works.
But I did restart it.
No, I did.
It's been restarted. Then why does uptime say 4 days?
Well, I thought I did. I heard that the guy who was here before.
Now, I know you. I don't know what time it is for all of you, but it is getting rather late. Bloodska, do you want? What do you want to try? What can I help with?
What was the first option again?
See if we can get the ingredients for a potion where we would add a bit of you to the potion, and you're supposed to be able to relive the memories of the thing.
Get a bunch of those ingredients in limbo and then got told not to do it. I should have a potion made.
I think so.
That's right, you do.
I just pull out the bag. I'm like, I got this.
Of course you do. That makes sense. Let me see.
He's gonna take it. He's gonna cast Identify on it real quick. Yep, that's. Where the hell did you get this?
Well, we were
It's
in
Yeah,
the
it's a
limbo.
bag.
Feywild, man. Oh,
That was limbo.
Listen, I haven't. I've spent a lifetime creating an encyclopedic knowledge of things, and I just heard about this like a month ago. So, forgive me if you just showed up with. I'm just surprised. That's all. Have you tried it yet?
I used it once in the Feywild.
What happened?
I just let the green start talking.
Yeah, guys, and the green goes over in extensive detail because the green is very meticulous about things, especially magical. And she's also talking about how like it does have some sort of like she's going through like different like weavings of time of how it clearly has some chronological, like the spell's clearly chronological in nature, where it seems to be like if you're very careful about it, you could actually change bits of the past while you're experiencing this potion, or
yeah.
you know, and it goes through how it was used to create a prison
Here's a question.
for
So it's
Shenna.
like three-eyed raven rules, kind
A
of.
little bit, yeah. I don't know exactly
When
what
she
those are,
starts
but from
talking
what I
about how
understand,
it could
yes.
possibly change time, I want Jenna to just kick in to be like, "Yep, nope, that's right."
Oh yeah,
That's how this all started.
Chanoth is definitely backing up everything that she's saying, and you see, as Alcase is nodding, he's like,
Maybe that's why I haven't heard of it before. Time magic has been relatively new and discovered. There was a hobgoblin that came in claiming all sorts of things that it can do with time, but refuses to share the information, saying that you have to go to the source to understand it. I don't get it.
To go to the source to understand time magic.
Yes, it says there's a...
The source of time.
No, apparently there's some sort of magical event happening, or that happened, or is always happening and always will be happening, from what he says. Over in the Vatmany Ford, deep in the glacier, something like that is what he said.
Hey, what are we doing with this potion now?
Lean in, and he kind of like gestures you closer to him,
I'm pretty sure if you can say it to me, you can say it to all my friends.
and he just reaches over and he pulls a scale off your face and drops it in the potion.
Oh Lord of mercy!
That should do it.
I got,
What?
I know I've got plenty that just kind of come off on this one arm. They got like burnt to shit,
No, fair enough.
and then you just hear the red giggle.
Well, I guess drink it and go to sleep. Let me know what happens.
Okay.
Should
That's
we
not
like?
sketch at all.
Should I add a few more that are the right color?
What?
The ones on your face are the right color.
I don't know. I've been hit a lot. Plus, Bloodscale didn't see which one he took off.
Oh.
I guess as
It's in the cup, right? You can look at it, right?
Yeah, you look down. It's a. Let's find out. Let's roll the dice.
This is about to get interesting.
Let's get dangerous.
Hold on a minute. Does that mean
That's a 1.
if
That's you.
we-
That's your scale. It is
My
a
quick
silver
question,
scale.
If I took one of the scales from one of the colored dragons and I drank it, does that mean that I could have knowledge of its life?
I mean, like I said, it's relatively new knowledge, but yeah, you'd experience some of its memories somehow, and Who knows what would happen? You might get a little bit of Bloodscale's memories in there. You might get brain dead. I don't know. He's an amalgamation of different creatures with different memories, and applying that into a potion of memory is going to be interesting.
What happens to him?
Especially if it's chronologically intertwined, you could end up being split into multiple different things and just obliterated instantly.
Ooh, yeah, try it.
I'm sorry.
I mean, that already kind of happened 2
sorry,
days ago.
My mom called me, and I was like, "Oh God, something's wrong." But it's fine. She got a job. Good for her.
Nice, she got the job?
Yeah.
Woo!
I did miss what happens when you drink the red dragon.
Oh, so basically he
Oh,
said
you don't need to know,
because
just do it.
he said
He
said
said go for
Don't
it.
worry about it. It says it's totally fine.
Nice. All right.
No, that is not what he said. Dial it back. All right, so he said basically since it's not only based on the memories but a chronological time you're transported to, since Bloodscale is essentially an amalgamation of minds and memories right now, it's possible that you will be thrown to all of these different places all at the same time and just be obliterated instantly, or experience them all. He doesn't know.
Ooh. What do you think you could come back with from that?
Hey, Chalk. What do you
I mean-
think would happen to him? And I just opened my mouth to let the green talk again.
Well, I think that it would all depend. I would hope, though, it would be that whatever memory was the strongest, whatever had experienced the most intense memories would take over. But of course, you never know. You might be seeing me studying books for 100 years by myself. Who knows?
Has there ever been a case where somebody drank this potion and was split into pieces?
You asking about Chalk?
Yeah.
Well, not to my knowledge, as amalgamation mind beings are far and few between, and most people don't wish to experience the memories of an elder brain or anything that usually consumes others' minds. And at that point, the mind is usually transferred over, so you'd be experiencing at most the eating or maybe the death moment of the creature.
Fair enough, Annie. Just come back as the dragon. Gotcha! Cool.
Alright.
Damn.
Perfect.
But neat.
Neat. There's a good reason not to do that. So I was like, go ahead and do it, but your character's gone. Haha.
I didn't
it,
say
though.
that. I said it's
Well, no,
just
it
the
makes sense,
logical.
though. If you,
Okay, good.
If you spend 1,000 years as someone else, like you're gonna forget who you were. Like, it is what it is, right? Like, it's neat. I like it.
Perfect. Okay.
Disgusting.
Thank you. All right. All right. With that, anybody else have any other questions for?
Well, all right. Any other questions or anything before I let you all go to bed?
And what are you gonna do, Bloodscale?
Huh?
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna drink this thing. Well,
Right
I'm
now?
gonna poke around, see if there's a few more silver scales for safety. I'm gonna drink this bitch.
All right, man. Well, I don't know what I can do to help, but let me know.
You just keep being you. I like you.
Give him a thumbs up. Just like, why not? All right. Well, I'm
Okay, then.
exhausted. I'm to bed. Good night, all.
Perfect.
No. You guys were offered last time, I believe, to stay at either the last cart. Oh no, you had to stay at the last cart because the academy's full. So you guys make your way to the. Make my way. God damn
Is
it.
this the same place we got ambushed by a bunch of Draugr?
It is Durgar. Yeah, it has
Durgar.
been fully repaired. Because it was half. I think it was almost completely burned down the last time you guys had seen it. But you guys kind of walk in. The bar is mostly quiet at this point, since the last shift hasn't quite ended yet. The barkeeper just sees as you walk in. She just kind of, you all remember saving her life. She just smiles and nods to you as you guys kind of walk past, and she's
I
good to
don't
see you.
remember shit.
Except for you, of course.
I'm just gonna nudge Bloodscale. Wave back.
I was already waving because it was polite, Uza.
Perfect.
Oh,
Come
I
on,
didn't
man.
see
I'm
that.
an adult.
The picture in my head was different than the picture of what was actually going on. I'm sorry, I'm very distracted right now.
Yeah, and you see Nurgle the dwarf. She's let her beard come in a little bit more, and started to braid it into her hair that's coming over her shoulders into like this intricate sort of like almost lattice work thing. And upon hearing you were in town, she's clearly like grabbed a Dawnforged symbol and then put it in between her beard and hair, so it's like laying on her chest. And she kind of like waves and presents it as you guys go by.
Nice.
Do I at least remember that symbol?
Yes, yeah, you do. You still remember that because it's literally on all your friends all the time.
Cool.
Because
Just a
somebody was smart
small
enough to
thumbs
brand
up.
you guys.
Ba-da-ba-da.
Just a small thumbs up when I see that.
Perfect. All right, you head up to your rooms. They've all been readied. She hands you she slides keys over to you. Or no, she wouldn't. She's a dwarf. She throws keys at you as you guys get close to the stairs. And they all, if you speak Dwarven, you see that it's rooms, they're either just room numbers, but you can match the Dwarvish numbers to their room
Match
numbers.
the pitches.
Pitches? No, it's
Pitches.
written. Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah, the glyphs.
When we walk by the rooms, do we hear one that just has a bunch of thumping?
Let's see. Let's roll. No, I
God
mean,
damn it.
the dwarves are meant to sleep in these
Can I
rooms.
turn
You guys,
off my passive perception.
you can't. No. Dwarves are meant
I-
to sleep in
I
these
just-
rooms, and dwarves are known for. You guys don't hear shit.
I
Dwarves
strike up a tune
beat the
with
shit out of
my-
it.
My finger rings.
Nice.
Out of an abundance of caution.
Yeah, just.
Real chill. No, that's
Oh.
not. I'm not a nerd.
Ow, my feelings.
I mean, if somebody's like, "Let me play my favorite song for you," you'd be like, "Man, you're a nerd."
I thought you were playing like a loud song, like I can't fucking hear anything. That's what I
Oh
said.
no,
That's what I
no,
thought.
just something.
Okay.
I heard giggling from that room. One bastard.
So you guys all right, no, you guys.
Oh, I just realized that that was like a Jack in the Box song too, like da 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 da. Da.
Yeah, that's what was funny.
Even worse in this situation.
God damn it.
Or funnier.
No.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So, all right. But you guys, yeah,
Up
you
goes the demon.
guys find your way to your rooms. And as every
Wait, just a sec. I thought Mesnos was a rat, not a
Yeah.
weasel.
He's a demon man.
he's
we
a
found him as a
tiefling.
rat, and then in the
I
Feywild, got
see what
shifted.
Zach did there, and I appreciate it.
I know, but I do
like-
not want to
I'm like too ready to.
goddamn satisfaction.
I'm like, oh no, man.
Actually.
Actually, that was.
Anyway, proceed. Sorry.
Well, to be fair, Zephyr did
Yeah.
say she was willing to have a loving relationship with a rat, even though nothing would ever happen. But
What
then
a-
he became a tiefling, so you know.
Yeah. Now the turntables.
Now the turntables.
Oh, the corny.
Isn't it weird that we didn't even name one of our rats Mesnos?
I heard you, Mike. I'm
I was a little
no,
offended. I'm not gonna lie. No.
I would now.
No, that'd be weird. That'd be
Yeah,
weird.
it'd be weird now.
But oh man, if you'd have done it before, that would have been way funny.
Well, we didn't have them before, so that's why it never even occurred to me.
Amazing.
All right, rooms.
So, all right. Is everybody? You all have been given keys for your own room, but is anybody
Yeah.
bunking out of
I'm
habit or
bunking
anything?
with blood scale.
Okay.
Thanks, buddy.
He might forget me if I don't.
I don't think that was gonna happen. I remembered
a-
everybody here.
With a 2 and a 1, we'll see what goes on.
Mm.
All right. So, anybody else doing anything before they conk out?
I'm just gonna
Uh,
stay up. I'm gonna write a bunch of stuff down while I wait for Bloodscale to go to sleep.
Okay.
I'm just gonna ask the dragons because I have all of them in my head right now. Hey, Make sure I don't like explode.
Chenoth is first to speak.
I will make sure that you are safe.
It's good. Hey, Vutha, you also make
Yes,
sure I don't explode.
Of course.
I mean, if you want any chance of getting Gilthic back, I mean, you know.
Of course. No, don't worry. I know
Also,
what
don't
I'm
fuck
doing.
with me. I guess
Before
for all of you, don't fuck with me.
before
No one
he
shall
breaks
be.
off,
Sorry.
before he breaks off from everyone else, Visera, go like tries to gather the team for a second. Alright, so I don't know what's happened, but recently my magical ability has opened up a whole new path. I'm not sure there's anything I can't really do at a certain difficulty of magic. And that includes the, you know, building a temple to the gods. So I can do that. I can do it once a day, I'm pretty sure. So if you guys, I don't know, we could do something like go on a journey if we needed to. Just a heads up.
Do we gotta do that in the morning?
Yeah, I think if we do it, we should definitely plan for it and everything.
I just mean, can you do it
just-
right now, or do you need a nap?
I believe I can do it right now.
You
No,
need the nap.
What?
You need to sleep. Yeah.
I
You
got the
have-
new level of spell though.
It doesn't give
Yeah,
you the
but-
spell
but
slot.
you
You
have
still
to
need to sleep to
sleep
get the
after.
spell slot.
I
Yeah.
didn't realize that the spell doesn't come with a spell slot.
Yeah, that's right. You get
You
the
could,
ability.
you could know that you have access, but you don't have the ability to do it until you sleep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta recharge. Sorry, the baby needs lotion. Hello. What's going on over here, everybody?
Yes, you're missing. You missed a goofy baby face.
Goofy baby face.
Them cheeks are coming in.
They really are. Just like her dad's. Oh, poor baby. All right. Anyway. All right. Perfect. So, you guys now know that there's a possible breaking of magical horizons in the future for you. We'll see I'll deal with that. And then, you said you were going to search for a few more scales before sleep.
Couple. If
Perfect.
Uzo's
Um,
here, I'd
help
be
him.
like, hey, help.
Okay. But yeah,
Yeah, I'll help.
Uza's keen eyes makes it real easy. So you find 5-6 more scales and just pluck them out. Toss 'em.
Well, are they actually my scales, or are they the silver scales?
I will do my best to verify and check.
Make an investigation check.
Do that. I'm gonna give myself guidance before I start.
Got it. Spark of Inspiration, 22. 26. So looking at them, you actually find that there are some scales that look cleaner than others that are silver, but they're clearly in lines and patterns that would be from like attacks or slashes or anything made into Bloodscale's hide. So you're able to stray away from those shinier ones.
Find the dirty
discern
bits. Like, that's blood scale.
the OG Bloodscale scales are.
Excuse me, Bloodscale is very cleanly. He goes to baths when he can.
Oh yeah, but these are magically infused silver, like super silver, while yours is.
I know it's being a dick.
Okay. Plus, you haven't bathed in, 4 days, 5 days, a month? No.
I
Month
was,
and a
ass-
half.
I was assuming the weird rooms in Limbo had like a sponge and a thing of water.
They didn't.
All right.
They
well.
cleaned themselves with prestidigitation.
Oh, but Vicer hit us with that recently, so it's fine.
Okay, yeah, you're good. All right, but you find that the one's less lustrous than the magically infused silvers, so you're able to, you make sure that they are blood scales.
Perfect. I'll hand those to him.
Cool. All right.
Oh. Hold this. I hand him the potion. Don't drink it. But hold this. I run downstairs.
So thirsty.
I'll buy Uza a beer. Bring it back upstairs.
Okay.
I
Here you go,
drank
here,
the entire
watch this.
potion. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't believe you.
Yeah, it's literally right there.
I
Yeah.
can see it with all of these eyes.
Nurgle Hilda just throws you a beer. It's on the house. She just gives a big smile. Says, Oh yeah, that's anytime, absolutely anytime you come in. It's always free, no matter how much you want. No matter tell everyone, tell them all, anytime that you all want. I will take care of you like you took care of me.
Tell them that after the world's not going to explode.
I mean, beers while the world's exploding is a pretty good thing to have, but okay.
But we're trying to keep it from exploding. And being drunk is not the best to do that with. Okay, thank you, bye!
Of course. And as you're headed out, the doors like slam open, and you just see a ton of dwarves just coming in, and there's dwarves, and you notice there's some hobgoblins mixed in there as well as there's dwarves, hobgoblins. You recognize there are a few Aarakocra, not as many as the others, but yeah, like the room all just immediately explodes in sound as they're all clearly like almost like yelling in after work excitement and arguments and discussions as you head back up to your room.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, upstairs you guys would hear a little bit of the din start.
no, I was like, I should do a hero's feast. Wait, I can't cast spells. Never mind.
Oh, with
Like, we're
Wish?
doing something tomorrow.
yeah.
Alright.
You don't know if we're doing stuff tomorrow. Who knows?
Alright. Perfect. So, now you head back up to your room. Bloodscale brings Uza, friggin' big old beer. Dwarf-sized beer, which is like a pint and a half, 2 pints. And
Now,
that's
where's
the
my
small.
big old beer? Ah, yes.
Yeah. So you, I assume you, are you drinking the beer, Uza?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, here.
I'll have some sips of the beer and continue to make my list as
Perfect.
wait for Bloodscale
Alright.
to ingest his
I
drain
just chugged
poison.
mine.
Perfect. So I need both of you to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh,
A blood scale at
He's
disadvantage.
been poisoned.
Why is that always a disadvantage?
Oh shit, that's actually pretty good for me.
Nice.
Huh.
Okay, so Uza, you just quick. It's you're finding it kind of easy, and to sip on the beer and go through your notes. It's actually just a little calming. You don't even feel very drunk or buzzed or anything. It's just like a nice and as you're going through these notes.
Question.
Perfect.
Question.
Yeah.
Would I have remembered the trick that I did in the Feywild,
Which one?
where I froze it so I could eat it in chunks, so I didn't have to taste it as much?
Let me check.
Because freezing breath is Bloodscale's natural breath as well.
That's a natural one. No, you don't remember that.
Sweet.
Rough.
Ugh. Chunky.
Why don't you freeze it like last time?
What? I think it's too late.
That's fine.
And so as Bloodscale, you down it, and then you just kind of feel a little sleepy, and you curl up in your usual. Are you going next to the door out of instinct, or are you curling up in a ball like you've gone back to dragon instincts?
No, I think he would be his normal self as far as instincts go.
Perfect. Okay. So before we get into Bloodscale, Mike, Uza, can I get you to
me.
roll just a history check for me?
Oh, sure. Mario.
It's a me, Uza.
That's me.
16. Okay. As he mentions as you mentioned freezing in the Feywild and everything like that, and you're trying to sit and think of battle plans, you start thinking of the time you spent in the Bloody Butcher's head and how he saw things. He saw them differently than you do. Whereas like you see vulnerable points in individuals, he was able to see vulnerable points in like cities and lines and structures and armies, and you kind of that connection between those two of what is, striking what's weak and being able to see it when no one else can. They kind of vibe together for a second, and you kind of throw that inspiration into the notes. for some of the RP stuff that we talked about. With the 16, I think that's going to work out pretty well. So, blood scale.
Ah,
So as you find a deep, deep, deep sleep, Uza, the room goes colder than it ever has in your time rooming with blood scale. So you have to put on like extra
Uza
blanket and
has-
stuff.
Uza has always had constant permission to take the bear cloak.
Perfect.
Yeah, I'll probably grab that because that's what happened last time the room froze over. I woke up with the bear cloak, I believe.
Yep.
And is it about the same or is it colder than the Feywild?
It's colder than the Feywild.
Oh shit. Okay.
It is extremely cold. So with the so when you go to sleep, we'll actually, we'll just get this out of the way. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Ooh, I'm gonna use a luck point.
Do you have any left?
Sure I have a luck point.
I don't think you have any left. I think you spent them all in the Erie.
No, I don't think I spent any in the Erie.
Spent
I
all
thought you
of
did.
mine.
Oh, that's what it
I
was.
have all my luck. I have all my luck points.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
go roll it. Can't do worse for once.
Yeah, right. There we
17,
go.
okay.
That's better.
All right, so you're able to eventually find a comfortable place to be warm enough. You end up just deciding to get up off the ground and then kind of perch on a bedpost, and then with it wrapped around you and pulled up together, you create like this little warm pod and are able to find sleep.
he's winter camping.
Blood scale. As you fall into this sleep, it's kind of strange. You fall into darkness first, but instead of just a sleep in darkness, you actually feel yourself falling inward and downward. And as you keep falling, a little wind starts to whip up around you. And you feel yourself kind of spinning in this wind, and it's cold, but it's that refreshing early morning splash of water, just walking out in after camping cold, that is just this invigoration. You find yourself comforted and embraced by the cold. And then you feel yourself start to, from sleeping position, you feel yourself right where your feet are underneath you. And then you kind of start spinning around as if in a tornado. And then all of a sudden you feel yourself stop and your eyes open. And you feel the wind start to stop around you as small bits of snow land at your feet. You look up and you see, looking down at you, taller than you, a smiling, motherly silver dragonborn. And instantly you know her name is Iloben Frosken. Of course, she's mother to all the tribe. She's the healer, too. She's 1 in 10. Like, oh, what was her name? And as she smiles, your memory shifts. And as you think, what's her name? You see Decoria Frosken. Only a year younger than you. You remember that, she was one of the few who didn't make fun of you for not knowing spells or being unable to summon. She was another who had the aptitude for healing spells. She didn't make fun of you, and then your memory shifts again. And you see Praldaxor. Oh, God, fuck Praldaxor. He would bully the shit out of you all of the time. He would pick on you just for not knowing how to even cast Frostbite. Man, be fun to beat the shit out of him now. And you see his kind of arrogant smile as he's looking down on you and everybody's making fun of you. And your memory clicks with these two figures together. Praldaxor casting magic at you, but Dracoria jumps in front of you. And that's where she got that scar. That's that small horizontal scar under her eye. And as you think of it, her face comes back into view, and you see the scar form. You remember she was nice to you, you always thought of her as kind of a sister. And then you remember, Pralduxer was the teacher's pet. Oh, the teacher. That's right. Solkrath Frosken. He was super focused on teaching offensive spells mainly. He was always vying for control over the clan. He always if you didn't know magic or couldn't do it, he thought you were worth nothing, but he was always reined in and kept in check by Illiben. And you jump back to her face. And as she smiles, she's, "Don't worry, Bloodscale. You don't need to know magic to belong. And if you don't belong with us, I think Timber Call is a wonderful place to start to know yourself. You'll always have a place with us, though. And once you're done here, or once we come back, I promise we will come back. We will see you again, and I can't wait to see who you become." And she reaches out. She just lightly kisses your forehead. And then the name Timber Call pulls you back. And you remember what you should have never forgotten. The Battle of Timber Call. The betrayal. The things that led to your eventual capture. And you remember every moment with the mercenary band, every moment of being a gladiator. They're still hazy, but you know that they're there, and these ones you don't slide to as easily. There's like a barrier of pain in the way, where you just glide over the top of them until you find yourself, you've just won a fight. It was a tough, fought battle. It was, strangely enough, a Kenku had given you a lot of trouble, being slippery, jumping around, and getting a lot of stabs in that hurt more than they should have. And then you remember Elira Dawnforged coming into your room, and at first, the same thought as any rich person enters your room. Fuck, what do they want in here? What do they want now? And then she tells you, you're to be free. And if you want, she can teach you how to turn these skills that you've gained into becoming an adventurer, into something more. And there's something about her manners, her mannerisms, that remind you of Illiben. And there's a second of trust. And then you wake up.
Question.
Yeah.
You said I couldn't remember anything from before the Feywild.
Mm-hmm.
Do I also get the chunk that is effectively the entire bit of the campaign before
Yes,
the Feywild?
yes, I'm so sorry. Yes, you have. I got too involved in the way too far back machine because, yeah, no, you get all of the memories during the campaign. Those are all crystal clear.
Nice.
Nice.
All right. Yeah. The rest of you find the deepest sleep, I think, in a long time. Ulu, make a strength check for me.
Oh boy.
Last time this went well, right?
It did, but still.
Gonna have to fight by sound soon. Zatoichi over here.
13.
This time we're lobbing up an ear, it's fine.
So, in your sleep, you were attacked by a band of elves, and you had to fight them off. You wake up, you still have all your HP and everything, like you get all the benefits of a long rest, but when you wake up, there's blood on every single one of your weapons, and across your fists.
I
wife's been dead
Wednesdays,
for
am I right?
7 years. Who did I hit?
Been sleepboxing again.
And then as you like pick up your spear from its usual ready position, as you hold it, you see the blood rush down the spear, and then all of the blood on all of the weapons and across your hands is rushing up to you, and it all goes into your new eye patch, and you just feel this surge of energy as it's painful for a second, but then like you feel something behind there, and you feel something fill your now empty eye socket.
What?
Make a perception check for me.
Is it blood? Do I have to make it the perception check
God.
half as effective?
Nope.
Tish?
Just a regular.
Is this working like the rose from the Midnight Gospel?
I don't remember
Midnight
that. I
Gospel.
don't. I remember that episode. I don't remember what it did, but probably not.
When she damaged people, it would drink blood and then like heal her or heal things around her.
Oh, I mean, kinda. Then yeah. So with the
Not kinda.
with a 24, you do hear a faint echo.
Eyes from the past, given to the future. One to see ahead, one to see behind.
Oh. No, like feely my eyeball area.
So
Under the
as you touch under the bandage, you feel like at first it feels like solid like an eye, but then as you press, you can tell it's liquid. It feels really strange. But you looking around, you can see through it, through the eye patch.
Does it look the same as my regular vision?
It looks slightly different. So when you close your regular eye, the other one, things are a little more tinted red. There's also, as you're kind of blinking around, in this room, everything looks the same. But as you get up and you kind of get all of your things ready, the minute you walk outside, we'll say Zarek. Zarek, after you see Zarek walking out of his room, and then you see the patch through the vision of the patch. You can see the small red spot right over where you know his heart is, and you feel like you can reach out and do something magical and harmful. As you look around, then as you kind of you see other people starting to come out of their rooms, they all have that same red spot right where their heart is.
Got the blood eye, man.
Well, I don't want to hurt them.
So she can see their blood?
So
Their hearts.
their hearts, just their hearts glow with red.
Hearts.
And then so as you're kind of looking and thinking on it, with the 24 still going, you just hear,
The blood mark reaches out to the enemies, mark them and destroy them.
and so you now can twice per day, you can hex a target, adding 1d6 to all of your attacks against them, and it's called being blood marked for you. So you can do that, and the more blood you feed the eye, the more you know will be unlocked.
Blood to the blood god. Nice.
And you also get, like with the eyes looking forward and eyes looking past, sacrificing an eye for Grumsh being one of the requirements of being the leader of your orc tribe suddenly makes a horrifying amount of sense.
Oh shit.
The rest of you kind of wake up and anybody doing anything before they head down for breakfast or?
Just gonna ask Bloodscale how it went.
I know too many things.
I mean, first time for everything.
Shit feels weird.
Oh,
You
Bloodscale.
were burdened
Hi.
with glorious knowledge.
Kind of. 1 second. Oh, for fuck's sake! Hold on 1 second.
I wonder if this will make him nicer.
Come here, baby.
Oh, hey, we got a ding-a-link. Oh, hey, thank you for the subscription. It's not going to change anything. I just want that to be certain, but I do appreciate it. Your intelligence is now a flat 10.
Hey,
Hey, yours is as high.
where did you go?
You are
You're
remembering.
smart as bird brain.
So, you suddenly remember a ton of there was a thing about your tribe that they taught a lot. Even though they went from place to place, they gathered knowledge as they went. And so there are a ton of things you now know. So your base knowledge of things is boosted. So that's why your wisdom went from 8 to 10. After having it healed through this process. You feel, I don't know how you feel about it, but that's what happens.
I know too many things.
Flowers for Algernon over here.
Oh, thank you, Mom. Woo! Woo! Look at all these primes, you guys. All right. All right. Perfect. So, everybody heading down for
Who's
breakfast?
I think I know how to eat with a fork now.
Oh man.
Drawing
I know what
didn't
a
happen.
fork is.
Wait, so your guys' int is all 10? Wait.
Mhm.
That's funny.
No, my int was 8.
I
His
know.
was
This is funny. I was like, oh god. That means what? Zarek's probably the most intelligence of us, yeah?
By
He's
far.
got the intelligence as hell.
He's got a 20 in intelligence.
Nice.
Yeah, but
I have a 14, so.
don't listen to Zephyr when she says I'm as smart as her. She has a 14.
Yeah.
See, that makes sense for a druid. I can get that. Alright,
No-
anyway.
Druids are more wisdom based, but she has a really high wisdom.
Sure, I believe
true.
it.
All right.
Alright.
Mesna 16.
I'm
Yep.
average.
I'm technically average now.
Yay, we played. Yes.
You're not that smart.
At least.
Checkers it is. No, just kidding. All right, perfect. So as you guys all head down, Nurglehilda has gotten a feast fucking ready for you guys. It is mainly seafood, oddly enough. It's just you guys. It's this weird combination of like a lobster omelet, fresh crab. There's a little bit of cheese, and then like morning ale tankards, which are.
Oh, pass.
It's not super high in alcohol content. It's actually like almost like it's closer to a protein shake than a beer. But
Double pass.
yeah,
I'll take 2.
We're approaching the food rabbit hole.
yeah.
I will take
Sorry, everybody. I'll dial it back. But
Skirt the edge.
go ahead and
Like a
roll.
black hole.
I'm gonna grab a beer real quick. But everybody roll roll an intelligence check for me while I do that.
Oh god. Alright, but I'm not drinking the beer. I don't want no friggin' breakfast beer. Sounds like an actual nightmare.
Why do I get the feeling this is because their docks are unfucked with by Phobator's army?
I'm not gonna say what just went through my mind when I rolled that 7 for us.
I stand by my statement.
What'd you
I
say?
said for
Sorry.
Mesnos?
I get the feeling that they can only get seafood because maybe the creatures can't swim, so their port has been unfucked with.
All right, what do we got? Oh shit, snacks! You guys did good. So, Zark, you recognize, especially with the way that your people eat, this is strange for dwarven fare, but the between the morning beer building like some protein dense liquid.
Son
and-
of a whore, I've been muted for a while.
Oh my god, I was wondering. I was like, Dad's pretty quiet lately.
Amazing.
I thought he was gonna answer when I asked what his intelligence was, but yeah, it's cool.
He's
It's cool.
contemplating really hard
Yeah,
over
yeah.
there.
I know. I
I assumed he
totally
had a
did, like,
baby.
it made sense when nobody. No, well, one of my Kyler came in and was asking some questions, and so I muted, but then I forgot to unmute. Anyway, proceed.
Okay. But you would know that this amount of seafood, even for a feast of this size, that might mean that their regular sources of food are being cut off, but they seem to still have access to the sea. Something is helping cover the gap that they're missing.
Ah!
Michael's right.
Sorry, I guessed that while you were out.
Perfect.
Is
Uza with an 18,
Smash.
and you know the difference. You also realize this. See, one thing that you would know that Zarek wouldn't know though is that the harbor, there is a harbor underneath the mountain that has, last time you guys saw it, you iced up a ship that was a whaling ship. But you also remember that was the last place you saw Unawatale jumping into the water and never saw her again. So
That's right.
Oh, I wonder if Unawanale is kicking ass down there, making sure we can maintain the port. I say
could
to
always
everyone,
Seems reasonable.
Bloodstone
can-
nods while chugging a fucking protein shake.
also I'm going to take my food to go.
Well, and if they need extra food rations, I could always do a large whale and just kind of go fishing for a while.
So, no, never mind. It's like if she turns into a whale, right? And we cut her in half, and then she changes back, and we heal her. That's a lot of meat for them, right? Like,
well, I mean, if the meat didn't change back the second she did, yeah.
we want-
Yay,
is
look
that
at
what
all this
happened?
well. Oh my god, it's her legs.
well, you can eat that. All right, we're skipping the transformations. We're just gonna cut your legs off. And
I mean, you do have regenerate now, so you can technically solve it that way. It's just very expensive magically.
we don't have the spell slots for it.
Yeah.
And shapeshift and just go fishing.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
That would be pretty easy for me. But
Can
I
you,
also
like,
need to go
Aquaman
shopping.
call fish? Oh,
Shopping.
sweet.
All right.
Shopping.
Shopping episode.
Nope, I just have one thing. I need hummingbird feathers.
Hummingbird feathers. Okay.
Oh,
For foresight.
Honestly, the school might have some of that type of shit.
Does an Aarakocra that looks like a hummingbird count?
Nope. Actually, your old friend Helmata Marystone, the potion maker, would
Pretty much
have.
who I was gonna go ask.
Yep. Yeah, she would definitely have that ready. She's super happy to see you, but she is even somehow way older than she like. She's gotten to that point where you know how like people are so old, it's like just wrinkles and then little bitty eyes. She's
Wrinkles
got-
on wrinkles.
yeah,
They kind of
so-
look like goblins more than people.
yeah, especially dwarves look very weird when they get this old. It's funny. She stopped shaving since I saw her. She just has like just this. It's like super patchy. So it's just basically just like a bunch of old lady. You know how old ladies get the little mustache? Just imagine that like a full fucking face of
True,
that.
dwarves do get beards. They're female.
Yeah. So she stopped shaving, but she's super happy to see you. She's. Oh,
I give her a big hug.
you hear something pop, but it doesn't seem to affect her very much. But so you look at
Just a rib.
I introduced her to Mesnos again, but he's different.
You're right last time. That's wonderful. You've changed him into such a little strong man. And she like squeezes his bicep. You see, he involuntary flexes, and you can see for a second he's like, "Why the hell did I do that?" Like, but he just. And she goes, "Oh, so what did you say? You're needing that straight. You're this hummingbird feather. I've got one over here." She whistles, and this hummingbird flies over to her. She reaches out, and she just snatches him out of the air and pulls some feathers out of her hands, and then tosses him back into the air. And as she does, you see some magic go off of her hand as she heals the hummingbird's feathers back in place. And she just, that's easy enough to do, my dear. But
Thank you
What are you going to be using it for, can I ask? It's hard to find normally.
Foresight.
Foresight.
Okay.
Oh, that's great.
I'll be able to see the future. I won't be able to be surprised or attacked without my knowledge.
Well, if you find
Very
one to see the past, let me know.
I think I've seen enough of the past.
That's fair.
It's not for you.
I guess it all depends on where you want to live at the time. The present is probably the best, but I'm just so tired of it. It's the world's ending all the time.
Don't worry, we're gonna fix that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's lovely. Would you like some tea?
But I do need to go fishing and
Oh.
restore some of your food supplies, so
All right, you can do that then. To go fishing.
I will come visit you again. Maybe we could make some more Dead Man's Revenge.
Quite the recipe. Yes, I would be okay with that. Let me see if I have the ingredients. She starts to shuffle around, and then she just waves, like she starts shuffling away, and then like throws a hand back to wave. Oh, bye then. I'll see what I can find. And then you see up in the rafters.
Scritch, I just need more Mauling Madness and Dead Man's Revenge. I'll come back and help you finish.
You see like the growth that had previously been like kind of kept together is taken over the shop. The where it was previously cultivated to make sure there was living room and everything has just started to, it's almost like walking into just a cave of a forest. And there's a lot more noises coming from the rafters and the walls than there used to be. But you head out as you hear her like cuss at something, and you hear a slapping noise and as the door closes.
So I head down to the harbor with Mesnos and into Mesnos. I'm like, well, I'm gonna need somebody to take point up here to direct everybody and, catching what I spit
so-
out. It's,
So you find the fish, and then I tell them where to go to collect them.
that, and I can just collect a few myself and spit them up on the harbor.
I like it. What's everybody else doing?
I just want to find out what the situation is in Kern, so I'm gonna go look for some news source or authority.
Okay.
I think
So you know that
Catalyst.
there's been messages sent out to all of the leaders currently in Kern to meet up at the school later today. Is there anything else you'd like to do before then?
I'm just gonna trying to take the temperature of the people, kind of like just gonna go
Okay.
ask sort of random people throughout the city how things
Perfect.
have been going.
Make an insight check.
Insight?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're trying to figure out how people feel.
Would investigation be a possibility for this role?
No, that's trying to find something. You're trying to figure out how people feel about stuff. So this is definitely insight. 16. All right, not bad for a +0. Going around, talking to people, like you get different responses. Of course, you can tell some people are really nervous. The majority of people are pretty scared. They're not sure what's going to happen, and they also seem a little bit tired with everything that's happened in Kern recently. You get a few that are wildly overconfident, like dwarves are. And normally you wouldn't even see the insecurity in the others, but with a 16 insight check, you've been around dwarves enough to catch up these the telltale signs, like and so for the most part people are afraid and unsure, and
Have the defenses been damaged at all, or is everything still intact?
you can ask a guard that. A guard would tell you that there have been several assaults from massive creatures that they've been able to stave off with the help of, and he kind of looks both ways, and he's like, the lady you sent. And but that's been
The lady?
yes, yeah, you would know that he's referencing the the daughter of Shenoth, the dragon disguised
Oh.
as so he's lady you son, but he's like, but but it's been great. You know, we've had the harbour for food, so we haven't had to go out. Fortunately, Celebration Hall has been destroyed, but we'll make it again in Celebration when we win this one. Yeah.
Alright. Well, that's something. They're already here then. That's not great. Is there any news from anywhere else in the world? Is anyone else dealing with this problem right now?
I don't know. I've been trying to. It's been. I get up, I fight, I go to the tavern, I fall asleep. It's been a hell of a thing. I just wait for them to tell me which side of the city to fuck up today.
So the attacks are random. They pop up whenever.
It seems to be mostly at night, but well, night for the outside. That's why we've actually changed the clock. It actually shows the opposite time of what it is. So, you know, outside it is, so that way we can be awake while they're awake and asleep while they're asleep. It's been helping a little. It's hard to get used to, though.
So your lights don't affect them. Your magic lights here.
But, oh no, we don't have enough to really affect the outside. We don't have a lot of enchanters.
So, sorry,
of that
none of
level.
these cast sunlight is what I'm asking.
Cast sunlight. What are you talking about?
I mean, like the lighting in here, is any of it magic? Like, is it
Aye.
sunlight at all?
Yeah, no, the Zealer Keem are magic, and then the clock tower is magic, but
And the type of light that they create, is it sunlight or is it magical light?
I have no idea. He's still just a guard.
Do you know who I could ask?
I mean, you could ask the little guy, Gimzik. He's in charge of
Yeah,
most
I
of
should
the
have thought of
magical
him first.
shite.
Alright,
Sorry.
thank you. I'm gonna go pay Gimsick a visit.
Oh, of course, yeah, no, it's super cool to meet you. You're Vicer, right? I saw you floating through town. That was insane.
That was insane.
Can't wait to see it again. I'm so glad you guys are here.
Well, I mean, you know, just stay vigilant. It's, you know,
No, of course, yeah, no, yeah, totally vigilant.
like a party. Anyway, okay, alright. I'll
Alright.
catch you around.
Before you go, could you sign this? And he pulls out like a little book.
Okay.
Sorry. And then
Grab
so
a
you,
quill or whatever.
he has one ready for you, and so you
Okay.
yeah, you sign it. He
Two,
seems super happy.
Always darkest before the dawn. I say.
Beautiful. Okay. He seems just super jazzed. That was amazing.
And I head off to go talk to Gimsick.
Perfect.
Probably runs into me there.
Perfect.
I
Oh, so
know
you're
where I was heading.
perfect.
I let him know how the city's been feeling. Just kind of give him a little recap as we walk.
Perfect. So as you
I've got a great plan for some lights out on the bridge. I gotta talk to Gimzik
So-
to work out the details.
How do you think it's sunlight?
I mean, if we can, I'm hoping to at least get little lights so that we can light the bridge so that the archers can actually see out there
Oh, yeah.
incremental things,
Well-
and that's just permanent.
you
I learned
would
these things
remember
attack at night, so I'm curious if sunlight affects them.
And I know lightning lights up in that dark shit, and I'm pretty sure divine light does.
True that.
actually Uza, you would remember the bridge already has magical lighting from when you guys came in.
Yeah, that was like a whole thing.
I know it was
Well,
2
I mean,
years
I
ago,
don't-
so I don't blame you for not remembering.
I fucking
Well, I mean, either way, then I'm gonna ask for it to be incremented
Boosted. Okay,
with
perfect.
altering colors, so that it's for ranges, so the archers can actually like, okay, 2 blue lights
Cool,
in, that's
okay.
150 feet.
Perfect. All right. So you guys find Gimzik. He is at this time. Yeah, you know he's still in the shop right now. You guys you walk in, and of course there's nobody behind the counter. Oh no! Wait, shit. There
I just walk past the counter. I work here.
No. As you walk
I follow
past.
him. I'm, you know, famous.
As you walk past the counter, where is my note on this? God, it's been
Trap.
so long. It's a trap. No, it is not. You see, you recognize a small mechanical person. You recognize Pick,
Oh,
Krenzel's
I
little
put
buddy.
him in my pocket. I wanted to steal him so bad on my first session.
Yeah, and yeah, you see him, and as he kind of recognizes you, he's like, and he kind of like bounces up and down a little bit, and his mercurial arm pops out, and you see he's learned to do words, so it just says hi on his little mercurial, like he's basically made it into a mercury chalkboard, etch a sketch sort of thing, and he just says hi, and then how have you been? And it shakes. He's like,
I cast her an illusion of some words with prestidigitation. Not bad.
Is he's like he's just bouncing around, and he's like, here to see Gimzek.
I've already walked past him putting on an apron.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah, I just go. Yeah, we're gonna go say hi to Gimzik.
And
And then
then
I catch up to Uzo.
You coming? Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, the robot was saying hello. I was trying
Oh,
not
no,
to be rude.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Sorry. Oh shit. Yeah. Hi.
He doesn't mean to be rude.
hi,
It's just his. He's just brash.
You see, Gimzek has on a weird contraption. It's a helmet. And it's really strange. It has runes all the way around it, but then there's like these metal chambers like popping out on different bits of it. And he just kind of looks up, and he's got his goggles on still, and you can see he's working on another tube to stick into the helmet. He's like, "Oh, have you brought what Alkay said you were going to bring to me? I would love that. That'd be great. The bone, please." And he sticks out his hand.
I'm gonna put my finger in his hand and cast guidance. Finish that up, and while I dig for the bone.
Okay. So, do you have the... there we are. Yes.
Yep.
And as you hand him
Oh,
the
I
bone...
thought you said he was like in the middle of something.
He is. No, he's... As you hand him the bone, he takes it from you and he puts it in the metal cylinder. And then as he closes it, he sticks it onto the thing in his head. And he's like, all right, so, I think I've got this. Where is your friend who's missing the memories?
He got better.
That was the whole thing.
That's Did you not get? I feel like there should. Did you not get the
Yeah.
notice?
I thought somebody would tell you.
No one told me he got better. I've been working on this for...
You know what? though? He's not 100% better.
I'm sure there's
Definitely not 100% better.
He's not!
like back to normal if that's what we're talking about.
Excellent. Very well. So where is he?
He is eating breakfast at the inn. I came to talk to you about a different thing. I'm sorry, I didn't know you would be preoccupied.
No, it's of course.
It's all right, we can
fine.
walk and
It's
talk.
fine.
Let's walk and
It's
talk.
all right. No, is it something that requires this door? And all of these wonderful.
Possibly?
All right. Well, tell me, quick.
So, did you make the lights that light up the bridge outside?
No.
Do you know how they work?
Yes.
Perfect. Do they work in the magical, shitty darkness outside?
Yes.
Perfect. Can you change their color?
Well, maybe I'd have to make some colored glass. I mean, we had got quite a shipment of crystals from the mine. I don't see why not. Yeah.
Perfect. I would like to alternate their colors. How far are they apart? Do you remember?
Oh, there's one every 20 feet.
20 feet. Okay, I would like to alternate them every other light, so that it's like, what color are they now? Like yellow, like
They're
orange
red.
fire light. Red, perfect. So red, blue, red, blue, red, blue, and then everybody knows that it's a 20-foot increment between each to ease the range finding of the archers on the gate.
Small suggestion: maybe trade that blue for like a green. Blue is hard to see in the dark.
Maybe white.
White could work.
White would be
Red, white,
good.
red, white.
Would be
Yeah,
good. No,
I
no,
dig
not
that.
red.
Well-
No, red would be good. All right. Well,
Well, that way, there's something about natural daylight. If we can get an actual daylight going on those, we might be able to increase the resistances around the bridge, because they hate that bridge. Let me tell you.
I'm gonna look at Vicer with even bigger owl eyes.
all right. See, that's what I thought. Yeah, threw that out there. Wait, what? Why are you looking at me like that? You alright?
Oh no, I was just setting you up for a good reveal, but no, that's fine.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna ask if you know, how much daylight you've tried on these things, and
Oh.
how your lights here work. If we can get everything to do daylight here during your daylight.
Well, we've found it detrimental to keep daylight all the time.
No. Just during your cycle, right? Because they come
Oh.
down here what they perceive as night, right? They're tied to whatever external clock the world runs on, not the one that Kern runs on. But if you can make it daylight up there when they can't do anything, and daylight down here when they can, you might be able to keep them from being able to interfere with you at all. With just
I already
bathing
did that.
this place in as much. Okay, good.
I swapped the clocks. Yeah, so it's daylight here when it's night out there. If that's what you're saying.
Right, but it's I'm just asking if it's actual daylight, not just
Oh,
brightness of magical variety.
Not actually. So it's a bit difficult to get all of it at one point. It's much simpler and easier to do non-magical. Well, not magical light that isn't daylight.
Have you, Annie, is there any, there's got to be some sort of like sun religious organization that can help you guys figure out how to incorporate daylight magic into these though, yeah?
It's not just a religious spell, but yeah.
Annie,
Excuse me.
that's
Oh.
fine.
Seems like drinking on the job.
A little more than usual lately. Yeah, the stress is
Oh.
considerable.
Do you need some hard dice, friend?
Do you have any?
Always.
16 pounds in the fucking
You know, I haven't
Just
tried
give
it,
him a
but
little
I'll try it
bit
soon.
of bard spice.
He takes it. You see, it's funny because he takes it and then he holds it in his hand and he just spins he like flicks his wrist and it's gone into a pocket dimension.
Nice.
Now be careful if you have any federal contracts. Don't be caught doing that.
What?
Does the word federal mean?
Oh, I don't know. It's orange.
Alright, that's fair,
Yeah.
that's fair.
All right, well,
Those birds are real sticklers.
what were we doing?
Alright.
Oh, the lights.
Um,
Yes, no. Let's walk and talk. Oh, this helmet. Let's get this on your friend. And just curious, what is the most horrifying thing you've seen while you were out? I'm kidding. Don't tell me. He just kind of walks past you out of the shop.
Oh, shit,
I'm going to
just
tell
make-
him about the second most horrifying thing I've seen out there.
What is it?
I'm
What do
gonna
you tell him?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, TJ.
I was just gonna tell him about Uza getting his brain torn out, thrown onto the floor where he turned into like
I
a
was gonna say.
yeah.
Fantastic.
Just go. And that was like yesterday, day before.
2 days ago. I don't know. It's all a little bit fuzzy.
You know how these things get. You just get to be doing it so often that you lose track.
Yeah, no, totally. Yeah, no.
I had a funeral for my own body.
That was weird.
King.
I grew like
Cathartic.
6 inches for no reason.
I did notice you were taller. Okay, it's not just me.
Yeah.
I distinctly
No.
remember you being a lot shorter.
Probably because that ice cream planet's gravity well.
Ah, yeah, the ice cream planet. I made it a whole planet of ice cream for no reason. Found out later I could have done anything in the world that could have really helped us on our journey, but instead.
All right.
made ice cream
You know,
planet.
I think I've heard enough about a place that makes 0 sense in a time where I need things to make sense. So why don't we continue on talking about anything else?
Dude, we totally have to take him to Toledo.
I don't know. I'm not going back if I can help it.
I mean, you fared better than Bloodscale.
I found better than a lot of people.
Oh, Bluska was fine in Limbo.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
the
all 9
abyss.
of you.
The abyss is where he fell over.
I mean, there's a lot of. Oh,
Yeah, Limbo, you just sprouted 9 heads.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
he had a
give a
bunch of
demon a
eyes.
pair of sunglasses.
Oh, sorry. Give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back.
There were some snappy ass sunglasses though. Fuck.
Oh yeah. Actually, I bought them here. I think I bought those in Kern. Don't even remember why I did it. Just thought, hey, these are nice. Never wore them. Not once.
That sounds like a very Visair thing to do. Makes sense to me.
You know. I've got the mask, so the mask plus the sunglasses looks a little weird. So, you know, I just combined them. Didn't need
Yeah,
the
it's like
sunglasses
which one goes on
anymore.
top of the other.
Yeah, like, you know, got the transmogs from the friggin' Feywild. It's great. So what do you do with sunglasses then? You just don't wear them. You got transitions now, son.
It's all dark here anyway, right?
I mean,
What if
Yeah.
we made sunglasses that actually put
Like,
out
shut
the
out the
power of the sun?
I like that. Like, you can see where you're going. Some sort of like, yeah,
Like lights on your head, like headlights.
headlights. I like that. I bet we can market this, right? Buy your headlights
Mm.
today.
Put them on
Probably
every
have
single
the-
carriage.
You know what? Yeah, if you know, and hey, if they're like based on some sort of kerosene or something, you know, headlight
Ooh.
fluid, $10 right now. I feel pretty good about that one.
That's solid, sir. That's solid.
Oh my god. Well,
Getting weird.
hey, filler be like that, right? This is the when they end up at a ramen shop in any anime.
All right, sorry. There might be a bear outside, so we're fine.
The ramen shop's usually not the filler. That's actually where they have heart-to-hearts.
Oh yeah, they gotta
Lord.
sit down and talk to not dad about dad coming back soon.
What the hell
It's
are we
when
talking
you
about?
get like it's when you get like a random fucking character that you've never seen before that's like, oh hi, I have a
Oh,
thing
hi.
for you. It's
Hi,
like,
cousin.
"Aw."
We
Like,
we just
there's the filler.
yeah we walked a mile for a headlight fluid joke.
Oh, okay.
It worked though.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, so you guys find yourself at the inn. Bloodscale, did you stay at the inn or did you have stuff to do?
Oh, on the way to the inn, I was gonna message Bloodscale on the earpiece.
Oh, okay, perfect.
I was gonna head to the school, but I can wait here.
I was just gonna message him. Bloodscale, Gimzik on his way, and he still thinks you're kind of dumb. So just help this poor guy out. It's a lot.
Kind of.
Okay. So,
What a weird thing to tell someone.
um,
Like, kind of mean, dude.
yeah. So if you're ooh, wait. Let's see.
Oh,
what-
especially since
one
he
friend's feelings to spare another. Oh God.
Fortunately, according to the dice, Bloodscale would have left at around the same time you did, since he eats breakfast faster than you. So,
Yeah, one gulp.
All right, well then over the earpiece, I'd be like, I'm at the school.
well,
Alright.
the earpiece has a limited range. You would hear nothing in the earpiece, and
I would have, but Bloodscale would have got up. And went, I'm going to the school.
perfect.
Needs to be
That
okay.
okay. We'll just say you went to the school then, and you guys know that he's at the school and went to the school. So,
But
that'll-
it just
I
would have
like
been the thing he would have done.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, they're headed to the school. Before we get there, Zarek, Ulu, did you guys have anything?
Nope.
Cool. All right.
Nay.
You guys
No,
gonna
nobody wants new shoes.
are you guys gonna tag along with anybody, or are you guys just hanging at the inn? Rest day, no bones day.
God damn it.
Yes, it's a no bones day. Play with my liquid eye, not eyeball.
Perfect.
Just
Okay.
go on a walk.
Pocket of eye liquid.
Gotta hang out with the weird people.
Yes, you do.
Ah, I got the blue up balls in my blood eye.
Red balls. Blood red balls.
Way too much blood in the wrong place. That's the main point. All right.
That's what she said.
Oh. Perfect. So you guys make it to the school. Bloodscale. Since you got there a little bit beforehand, what would you have been doing?
Just bullshitting with Alcaeus at this point.
Okay. Okay.
So, did it work?
I mean, I don't
Can I get a
feel
quick
like
recap on Alcaeus?
Yeah. Alcaeus
Sorry,
is
I
the
just want to have context for this conversation, and it's been a while
So-
since I've seen Alcaeus.
Alcaeus was the first NPC you ever met. He was he was a dragonborn that had gone hermit after
Right.
adventures with the master. So you guys climbed up in flying snake ridden cliff to go meet him. You talked him into taking over the school and teaching it and everything like that. And so he's been your main primary contact, taking over the school. Anything else? Do you have any questions about Alcaeus, maybe? You guys have been
Recently, what's the last thing we know Alcaeus did? Like, what was our last communication with him?
so you guys have been sending a lot of letters to Alcaeus. And so
mostly Bloodscale.
Mostly
He's been sending
Bloodscale.
A lot of
Yeah,
letters.
yeah.
Bloodscale sends him letters all the damn time. So he's been,
Hey, buddy.
basically you've told him that you're sending these children who are very clearly dragons.
Dragon kids.
The dragon kids. You guys.
Getting small updates on what's going on that Bloodscale hasn't shared all of because he forgets when he gets hit in the head.
Exactly.
Fair enough.
Which is
Okay,
a
cool.
lot.
Yeah. So
Alright.
it's he's basically become like a home base taker carer of things. He was the one responsible for transferring the kids from the school's original location to Kern once you guys were gifted this place and let him know to come here. He brought Fendrick.
So everyone from the school is here now?
Yes, yeah, including
Okay,
the paladin who escorted the kids. Oh my god, I just forgot his name. The tiefling paladin you met in Vernder. Oh my god, what's his name?
Oh yeah, filibuster.
Filibuster?
Oh God!
Filibuster?
Let's see if my notes
No,
go
it's
that
not
far
her.
back.
Oh yeah, I don't even know if he's
Astro-
there.
Ashthrodir. Yeah, there we go.
Astro-
Ashthrodir. And
I got an in at 10 now. Get fucked.
yeah, you can manage that
Very,
sound.
very convenient.
Perfect. Yeah, Ashthrodir is there as well. Yeah, so that's kind of a quick, super quick recap
Okay.
of.
yeah. Thank you.
Everything.
Appreciate it.
Yep, you got it.
Sorry to stall everyone out.
No, you're good. All right, and then so you get to Elkis says, wondering how it went, everything, and he's like,
So do you remember when we first met?
Climbed up that big hill with all the snakes.
Yes, yeah, and I remember you guys tried to charm snakes on your way up. That was charming as hell.
Zephyr tried to charm snakes on the way up. I kicked the shit out of the stupid fucking elf to get up the goddamn hill.
You guys were racing. It was great. All right, so it seems to have worked a lot very well then. So you remember who you told me to see if I could find?
Yeah.
How do you feel
Sure
about
I
it
feel
now?
about that.
Well,
I'm
how do
pretty
you
sure
feel
I
about
did.
it now?
I wasn't sure how I felt about it when I told you to find him, so.
Okay. As far as I can tell, they'll be here soon.
Oh, goody. Great. Might need one family to kick the other family's ass.
Sweet.
Well, it all depends. It seems, Ben is still in charge, but, I don't know throughout the journey with the way the world is. We'll see who is when they get here.
She'll be fine. She's not the only healer they have.
It's true.
Sulkrat's an asshole, though, but I can take him. I don't give a fuck.
Excellent. I don't know who that is, but if you can kick his ass, he's probably a dick.
He's the guy that could probably throw fireballs around as good as Visair.
Damn.
Could not take a punch.
Just like Visair.
I've seen Visair take some hits.
That's true. Recently, I've gone through the ringer.
I bet you have. It's this point, Visair Nuza, you guys walk up with Gimzak.
Hello.
On our approach, you hear the finger rings playing around with the tune of the Dawnforged, like he's working on that in the background.
Hell yes. And then as you go, Bloodscale, you hear, Bloodscale, over here. I seem to have got something that I
Hi,
think.
Gimzak. I remember who you are now.
I'm just gonna do the hand across the neck thing, like no.
Oh, good. That's great. That's great.
I have a question.
Sure.
You're gonna make some weird helmet, right?
This is it. He holds up the helmet.
What's it made? Because I thought we had to make it out of something.
Uza brought me the bone that I needed to channel the. If you would be so kind as to put the dragons in here, and he points to the cylinder that has the piece of bone in it.
I have the dumbest question.
Sure.
But I'm going to just do this and find out.
Okay.
I have all the dragons currently. I'm going to pick it up out of his hands first. I'm not having him hold it while I do this.
Okay.
Then I'm going to try to put all the dragons into the bone.
Okay. So you guys watch as the eyes, one by one, shut across his head, and you see each color start to, as it hits, start to fill runes, and you see the runes on the other cylinders on it capture each color and circle it in, and then at the top, a crystal glows that color. And you see as each one is pulled in, there is but one missing, of course. And he's like, oh, almost all of them. That's going to be quite the factory. Now,
I told somebody to find me how to get fucking rack in here, but
well,
I don't think that's ready yet. I just turn and look at Alcaeus.
all right. So, if you would be so kind as to hand that back to me, and then they will tell me what to remember, and I will modify your memory to be perfect, indelible, even.
Okay, we might have a small problem with that.
Oh. Okay.
The dragons do like to kind of fuck with me.
Okay.
So,
I will be the one controlling the memories that go back into you, so I will make sure that nothing that seems too erroneous makes it through.
are you going to be able to handle the amount of memories that they might try to feed you?
With this helmet, I should be able to. We'll find out.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to touch it and just take all the dragons back real quick.
What is,
Hold on, just trust me. They're my dragons.
well, I mean, yes, and your brain. But, sorry.
Yeah, the mad
As all the eyes just flash open. God, that feels weird. It's always felt weird. It always will feel weird. I don't think that weird platinum god dragon exists. But if he did, that might be how he wakes up. I don't know. Oh God, how do I remember that? Oh jeez. Okay, moving on. All right, everybody, listen up. Sorry, talking to dragons. Sorry, guys.
Oh, all right.
I'll switch to
He does.
Draconic so that Visera can still understand.
Okay.
And okay.
Nice.
I'm just gonna sit awkwardly in the corner.
Yeah, Uzi, you just hear.
Shufraf nakala.
Kind of rude, but you know it's fine.
All right, everybody, look. I know we already have memories back. You guys could probably see a lot more. You probably know that hazy bit. You know that hazy bit? Bit that sucked? But I killed that one guy, and I'm probably going to have to go kill the other guy. We could try to work on that. And then I'm going to switch back to common for this. Or honestly, if you guys have any memories of your lives that may be of importance. Vuthra, I know you can hear me.
Yes.
Do me a favor and just try to remember all the nice and good things about Gilthic.
Of course.
I know those are probably your little happy spots anyways. Let's why not focus on those? That's more because you have a shit time in the abyss. I'm trying to actually be nice. Sorry if it seems like I'm coming off condescending. Okay, back in the helmet.
Perfect. You slap them all back in the helmet, and then Gimzik is like, He puts it on his head. All right. Are we ready?
Yeah, you heard that one bit, right? About if they have important memories of their own, you can shove them into my brain.
I did hear that bit. Yes. I'll do my best. But you'll need to kind of sit down on the ground. I'm not tall enough to do this with you standing.
Uza, can you do me a favor? When he's doing this, can you do that thing where you're like really helpful and encouraging, and it makes people better at stuff?
Just gonna make my hands even more lightning than they actually are. Guidance.
I'll sit. Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, I have to check why.
We're doing this live. It's fine.
Fuck it.
Also
I'll
gonna
do it live.
lean over to Gimzik. I'm part lightning now.
I saw that. Let me see one thing real quick. He does not speak Draconic. Okay, he did not get that part. All right.
Even if he did, it wasn't really that important. I was just trying to
Yeah.
speak to the dragons in Dragon.
Perfect. All right. So you watch as Gimzik, and now the helmet clearly brimming with the power of all the dragons.
Ooh. Protection versus good and evil.
Perfect. Okay, so you cast protection versus good of evil on him. You watch as he slowly he starts pushing each crystal, just tapping them, and as he does, you see his eyes are closed at first, but then his eyes flash open, and as he taps them, you see dragon eyes of each color as he taps swap through his eyes, as he communes with each dragon. You see this the helmet starts to just start making this insane, you can tell there's an insane amount of magic being contained within the helmet as it starts to just shake a little bit over his head, and then he's like, he's trying to concentrate. You see he's going back and forth through what's all these members, and he throws his head back, and you see, like, as his eyes open, pure black tears kind of running down his face as he pulls back together, and then he shakes for a second, and then he all of a sudden his eyes go back to numb, and then he takes a deep breath. Then he grabs the front one, pulls it out, and stabs Bloodscale at the top of the head with it, transferring the memories into Bloodscale.
Oh!
Bloodscale.
Hi.
You take 1 point of piercing damage as this crystal stabs into you. And as he's doing this, can I get everybody watching? Oh, we lost Zach. No, we lost.
No, Zach's still here.
No, I rolled 20.
Well,
No change. Don't worry.
Oh, I
About
was gonna say we lost Brandon. Okay. So
still here.
perfect. As
when you click a bookmark instead of that thing that's really close to the top of the page.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yep.
Yeah.
I need a history check for Uza and Visair.
Oh, good. History. Where's that button?
18, perfect.
Ooh.
15. Excellent.
That's 0.
Well done.
So what is a powerful memory that isn't like a core memory for your character?
What's a core memory for you?
Like something that, like, it's a strong memory, but not something that changed or shaped your personality.
Oh, okay.
Pixar rules.
Yeah, it's just watching Uza's brain get ripped out. He's probably gonna say.
Okay.
For Uza, it would probably be that awkward first date he had with that elf Phelan in Arabor. Arabor?
Perfect. Yep.
That wasn't a
Arable.
core memory, I guess.
All right.
I mean,
Now
he didn't get lucky, so no.
I need both of you to make intelligence saving throws.
I'm intelligent as hell. I'm not.
Oh god, that's high. That could have gotten real awkward.
Okay. You guys both feel those memories start to fade and be pulled from you, and are able to pull them back and save them from being sucked into this memory vortex.
No, that's mine. I'm gonna take a couple steps back.
No. Cannot have.
You guys also recognize the crystals are ones found in the mine that the deep silver deep.
The Zealer Akeen
deep-
crystals.
Yeah, the
Solar
memory
mine?
the small memory crystals that
Are
that
those
have
the
been-
ones that are on the birds?
helmet.
Ah,
No.
Well, no. Oh, okay. Not the ones that are on like the fallen.
No,
evil.
not
Okay.
no.
That
It's
is
a
like
trap.
invocation.
But as the memories rush in, you see the helmet also, all of the energy floods back into Bloodscale, and all of the eyes reopen. Bloodscale, I need you to make an intelligence saving throw at disadvantage.
All right.
Is this against possession
No.
or charmed or frightened?
No.
Okay.
Okay,
10.
10. Okay. So, Bloodscale, the memories that were hazy are suddenly crystal clear as you are reliving them as you go through this. You also, on top of that, you have the memories of Vutha, just as requested. These wonderful memories of this beautiful, amazing dragon, Gilthic. You're the first person to see the color octarine, and you'll never be able to describe it to anybody else in thousands and thousands of years. But the
Let's
beautiful,
not get that point back.
the beautiful intelligence and soft nature of Gilthic suddenly crashes against the memory of him being destroyed, almost completely turned to a skeleton in a single second fighting the Moraphe. And him falling into, at that point, was a whirling vortex of realms. So you feel the loss of not even being able to find the body, being separated from this person that you loved more than anything else. And you watch your hands go black, and you feel the emptiness that is darkness consume you. And then
Yeah, right.
then a shift. You guys watch Bloodscale's regular eyes go pitch black at that point, and then they burn fire red as you become Charir, the Conqueror, this bold, wonderful, just reveling in the power you have over others, and having a small cult devoted to you, and that cult grows over time before it is eventually crushed. And you just feel the disappointment in not only cult for not being able to defend themselves, but for the world not being able to recognize your true greatness. You feel the calm of the silver, and you realize you get this memory of him trying to be a mediator, trying to just get everybody to stop yelling, to stop jumping immediately to violence, to try to prevent the war. And you feel the weight of failure that sits on the silver's shoulders. You feel the smugness of the green, watching everybody tear themselves and each other apart, just waiting for your moment. But the moment never comes, and you die of old age. You feel the pride of the blue, jumping in from lightning to lightning, and realizing you're old and you can't do what you need to too late, but still trying to do it nonetheless. You find yourself flying as high as you'll go, breaking the horizon, being able to see everything before your heart gives out. As you plummet, knowing you've seen as far as you can see, a smile, as you become a lightning bolt headed towards the ground. You feel the thrill of the hunt of the white. You don't know what you're hunting. You feel the excitement and the pulse and the bloodlust, and that's all that is given. You feel the regret of Shanoth. The moment when he realized he'd been duped. The moment he realized he had again chosen the wrong side. You feel the loss of a lifetime. And you wake up. Those are all the memories that are given through this. You guys watch his eyes shift through every color as it goes.
Are his hands still black?
Mm-hmm. And there are black
Yeah,
tears.
Right? What? Are you alright? Let's get.
No, I thought it was Gimzik that had the black tears.
You both have black tears. He experienced the same memories you did before he cast Modify Memory to give it back to you through the helmet.
But I've woken up, right?
Yep. Yeah, you're both awakened. You
Alright.
both have the black tears staring back at each
Ugh.
other.
What is? It's on my face.
Gimzik pulls the crystal from your forehead. Alright, that was a little
Could
intense.
have warned me you were gonna stab me.
I found that if you don't warn somebody you're going to stab them, you can hit the right spot most of the time.
That's true.
People like to flinch.
Yeah, because I look like the type that would flinch.
Also, I kind of forgot that I had to stab you until the last second. Yeah,
How do you
that's a
feel?
lot.
Yeah, it was a
you guys-
lot. That was a
you
lot
guys
of
still
dragon
you?
fuckery.
Yeah, no, we're still. Yeah. Whew.
A lot of failure and shistiness, but mostly failure.
Well, and
Fair enough.
they feel so intensely. Oh.
They're the
And
literal
Gimzik throws
representations
up.
of colors.
Gimzik throws up.
That's fair.
Oh, no. No. The carpet, man. Come on.
Not really tied the room together.
Said I remember the hazy
That's a
patch
nice
though
fucking
now,
rep.
right?
Yep.
Oh good. Oh good. Oh good.
Better?
Great.
Worse? Average?
Oh.
You have people you need to kill.
Yep.
That's
We killed
What?
one.
Yeah. Well, you have people you have to kill.
Yeah.
Oh.
who are we killing? By Sarah, who are we supposed to kill?
No. You remember the thing I had you like circle in big on the map?
Up by the Hobgoblin Empire.
Yeah, that guy. We're gonna have to murder that guy.
Oh, because he was the one that turned into the goo, right?
No.
Well,
No.
if,
Turned into goo.
yes, the one you
Demon
killed.
guy.
The one you killed turned into goo, so he might come back.
I mean, he might come back, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking
No,
about
no, his
boss.
boss,
Oh.
the leader of the Gilded Cleaver.
Oh,
Call him
so you
off.
saw it. You
Yeah.
saw it.
They
You saw the
made me.
cards.
The cards. Do you know what that is?
No.
It's a deck of many things.
That sounds like a lot of things.
Yeah,
I'm just
So-
gonna say fuck without knowing what that is.
So, it's a
What?
it's a magical deck of cards that you draw one, and the magical effects happen no matter what they are. And one drew a betrayal card. I don't know what the exact card he drew, but it caused him to turn and betray his entire company and kill them. And there was a war going. Bloodskill, why don't you tell it? I'm gonna sit here and get a drink. I need a drink. And he wanders in. You see Alkeus standing there with 3 steins of beer just in his hand. He's sitting in the doorway. He's like, no, hands one to Gimzik. This is Gimzik just starts downing it as he gestures. And he's just pointing and gesturing to Bloodscale as this is happening.
Before arenas, I was in a mercenary band. Shit went sideways during one of the final battles. This fucker pulled a card out of a deck.
Oh.
Everybody around me was gone, and my commander was dead.
That's intense.
And then I buried my commander, and while doing that, I got fucking jumped and sold into slavery. So congratulations.
Lord have mercy.
Okay, I mean,
And Insane was a good time.
No, sure.
So that point,
and we gotta kill the guy who sold you into slavery
no,
Pretty much.
well,
and
kind
steal
of.
his deck of many things.
Yeah.
I'd be alright. What else can it do? It's a deck of many
Look,
things.
nobody's gonna be pulling anything out of that if I have my way.
Oh, I can tell you if
I
you
just
want.
like. What should we expect if we're gonna fight him? You know.
Yeah,
Oh.
I mean, is he gonna pull out a card and become like Phobator 2.0?
It's possible Phobator got his fucking wish through the deck. I don't know.
Wait, no,
Oh, shit,
there
wait,
was
really?
no stop. There was a thing. I heard a thing when it happened. What's the moon do?
The moon? You're
Throws
granted
about.
the ability to cast wish, 1 to 3 times.
All right.
So
That's neat.
that card's already been pulled.
Oh no. Kolarama pulled the wish card and played it against you?
I think that's a good thing, though.
I guess he can't wish for you to die again. Oh god. Were you a full-fledged member of your mercenary party?
I mean, effectively, yeah.
No, like actually, were you like sworn in and everything, or just effectively?
No, I think I was pretty sure I was sworn in.
Oh, good. okay.
Randall did it.
Oh,
Friggin'
good.
Randall.
Randall.
Oh, that's so weird.
Awful. I know what
Um,
happened.
That is
So-
his name, yes.
Reading me like a book, TJ.
Okay, well, you could push him into desperation if he pulls the skull, it'll kill him for you.
Why would he
I'm
do
sure
that?
there's plenty of things that he could pull that would be bad for him.
Yeah, there's a lot of bad things in there, but a lot of good things too.
Does he not know what he'll pull?
No, you never know what you're gonna pull. That's the danger of it.
All right. Nightmare.
Yeah, there's one. You could lose a bunch of your own experiences.
Yeah, let's
Well-
just not pull things out of that thing.
Yeah, you just got those back.
And maybe if he pulls another thing out of that thing, it'll be bad for him. I don't know. I'm not going to pretend to understand right now exactly how bad that shit show is going to be.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's a lot for me today. I'm gonna go.
Hey, 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 come here.
Okay. He just wanders over. His little 3 foot tall.
Yeah, no, I'm just going to kneel down. I'm going to shake his hand. Like, thank you very much. I appreciate the work.
I can't believe it worked. It worked so well. We gotta.
Keep the helmet for when we find Rack. We might have one more dragon to do.
Oh yeah. No, of course.
Actually,
Do you think they could do magical knowledge?
the Green was talking to Visera about magic.
Well, that's true.
Okay.
I don't remember what he said, honestly.
Hey, what's up, these big slippers? How's it going?
Didn't he give you
I'm
extra
alright.
magic?
Oh, 50 bits. Nice. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, very
Yeah.
neat.
Um.
Hey, lady.
Hey.
Alright.
No, you're fine. Say hi to Lauren in the chat, you dingus, because Lauren showed up in the chat.
Oh, it showed up in the chat.
I know you haven't had to do anything for a while, but
Don't worry, we are getting to. That's actually our next point of business. So, perfect.
Okay.
So, anything else done at the academy? At these points.
just waiting for the rest of the leadership to show up.
Okay.
Sending a missive for the fuck was his name? I keep calling him Kakarot.
Well, yeah, Goku.
Wait,
Yeah, because he's Vegeta.
Krenzel?
Yeah,
I'm surprised I got that. Krenzel Bronze Master. The
and I
okay, yeah,
literally just found it too. So yeah, I was planning for Krenzel to come here too.
perfect.
And I was sending somebody out to see if Suthra was around. 'Cause she was nifty.
That was pretty cool. All right, perfect. So we'll get those, and then swap over. Zephyr, you and Mesnos are headed towards the harbor, correct? You're muted if you're talking.
Yes.
There
Can
we
you
go.
hear me?
There we go. I got you now.
Yeah.
So as you get to the dock, you recognize, you see there's a bunch of ships, and there are actually
quite a few of the Triton that you recognize as Unawatale's race. There seems to be one particular. He's in full plate armor that's like the shimmering blue with like little bits of coral and shell kind of growing off of pieces of it. He has a trident that you recognize, similar to one that Unawatale carried. And he's directing. You see that people are asking things, and he's kind of directing what's going on there. As you see, several Triton, as he speaks to them, they jump into the ocean and then just down and dive and headed out.
Clap my hands together and go to whoever looks to be in charge and ask them how I can help.
So as you walk up and Yosuke, he turns to you. He's got like this kind of long, dark blue hair against his blue skin, fins for ears the same way most Triton do. And he's like,
I'm sorry. That all depends on what you can do.
I can turn into a whale.
Oh,
Or a shark.
Or a shark, that's actually quite useful. I know we've got quite a few Triton. Well, we don't have enough Triton ever. But we're trying to guide ships, as it were, and we've got a bunch of nets. But if you can be a shark, you can help herd the fish into the net as we hold it and drive it through, bring it up to the shore, and then tie it to these boats. These dwarves eat so much comparatively. But druid, then.
So I can be a killer whale. That would probably help the most with herding.
You know, people have a certain familiarness with orcas that would probably make us most comfortable. Wait a minute. Druid, tiefling druid. What's your name?
Yes. Zephyr.
Zephyr. Okay, excellent.
Niftit.
Niftit. All right. I've been sent by Unawatale to help this port. She said you might be here, although I was expecting you much earlier. But I'm very pleased to meet you. My name is Gallego.
I shake his hand. I say, very nice to meet you. We had some prior arrangements that we had to take care of, but we're back now to help out.
Excellent. Well, it's funny that you say Orca. I don't know if you know this, but Unawatale was part of the Orca clan. And as the Blood Council has taken over, her powers increased considerably because of that. Our wartime Blood Council, as opposed to the Moon Council. Anyway, you don't need to know all of this. If you follow me, I'm going to jump in. Do you transform as you leap? I assume, or do I need to help get you into the water once you transform?
I can jump and transform as I go.
Perfect. Follow me. And he runs and he jumps off the deck, the dock, and dives in.
Just the comedy scene of him trying to push the whale into the ocean. You're a lot heavier than I thought you'd be. Sorry, I'm just trying to.
I give Mesnos a quick peck, and I'm like, keep yourself busy, and I jump in.
I always do. That's as far as he gets. As you hit the water, as you hit the water, it's brisk and cold. It's an underwater cavern connected to the ocean, so you actually feel the salt as you hit, and then you transform into this an orca, and you see ahead of you. He's swimming just as fast as you can, keeping pace, and you see kind of gestures for you to follow him. As he pulls out, you see there's a group of these Triton. There's about 6 people, but they have this gigantic net, and you see it's far larger than 6 can handle. And there are several giant octopus that are working in tandem, holding bits of the net as they're kind of trying to push forward. And then so they all start as they get the signal from Gallagher as they all collapse together, and then they kind of swim and jet forward, leaving it as like a dragging tail behind them. And you guys head out into the open sea, where you feel like you feel the cavern fall away, and instead of the brightness of the sun, because it's clearly just midday at this point, it's still dark. But you continue onwards until you see
Echolocation.
Perfect. So go ahead and give me a perception check.
Should I do it as the whale?
Yeah.
Because it's +3 or
It's
no,
your
that would still
mind.
be
It's your mind perceiving what's going on, so it'd still be you.
Okay.
21. All right. So with a, do you have a plus 10? Nice. Oh, 11, even better. No, you rolled 11. Sorry. Anyway, so as you're kind of swimming through this, you see Galago. Actually, I need to roll for him. See what he do. Okay, you got a 17. But you see he starts to head a certain direction, and for people to follow him, his trident kind of leading the point in front of him. But you know he's actually off just a little bit. He needs to head just a touch to the west. So you actually kind of speed up in front of him and show him to go a little bit west. And he just trusts you and follows right alongside you as you guys come across this gigantic shoal of it's these large tuna, not near the size of you, but they're decent size. What would you like to do?
I'd like to go underneath them and come up on the other side to chase them directly into the net.
Perfect. Make an intimidation check at advantage, because they're already naturally afraid of you. $23. All right, yeah, easy enough. Like you go down there and you remember.
Oh god!
You remember Unawatle told you about how sometimes whales and orca especially will use bubbles to help wrangle fish, and so as you do, you just this burst of bubbles, and along with this clicking sound of to just terrify the fish away from you. And as you do, you see the net coming down, bursts open, and they collect. The 23, they collect like there's just a few stragglers, and you see Galago and a few of the other Tritons. They jump into the side and they stab another like 8 on their tridents, and with that they start heading back. Make a perception check as they head back. 29. Very nice. Jesus. With a 29, you hear this vast, deep rushing of water, along with this kind of as something dislodges itself from deep below you.
Shit.
What do you do?
You know it's serious because the music changed.
Yeah, I also have advantage on wisdom perception checks that rely on hearing.
Mm-hmm.
Like with a 29,
So-
you heard the music change.
What did I,
Something.
what did I hear?
Something extremely large, dislodging itself from the bottom of the ocean, headed your way.
I am making some
Rapidly.
very loud noises and and just like trying to rush them, like go.
Galago turns to your clicking, and then he makes a few gestures you don't understand, but then he nods, and then he starts swimming super fast. And you see all the others kind of look around, and they go super fast. And you see as they do, their assistant octopi burst, and they leave an ink cloud behind as they go. They seem to have gotten your message, and they're headed back to the harbor. They are full speed. What's your full speed as an orca? Do you know?
The swim speed is 60.
And are you dashing at this point?
Kind of want to see what it is. I'm making sure that like it's not gaining on me, whatever it is, but I kind of want to see what it is.
Okay. Well, luckily it goes faster than that. So, dashing.
Oh, well, I'm going as fast as I can.
So, even dashing, you see they're dashing as well, and you're able to. Do you want to stay with them because you can outstrip how fast they can go?
No, I'm gonna be guarding them.
Okay, perfect. So guarding them as they're going as fast as they can. You eventually see behind you this terrifying form, a gigantic head two huge lobster claws and tentacles around the back that keep pulsing and pushing this gigantic. You could see just the top bit of it far, but you can see it's like seeing a little bit of rock on a boulder. It's the tip of an iceberg. There is a massive, gargantuan thing headed your way.
Am I able to push the others to move faster?
I'd say if you want to, you can grab the net and pull them along.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Make a strength check with your orca form.
All right. So good, because my strength is so much better as an orc.
17. Okay, yeah, you're able to grab a bit, and as you start to go, a few fish get lost, but they're managed to kind of pull together, and then you're kind of missiling them forward. You do lose a bit of speed, but they're doing everything they can to assist you in getting as far forward as you can. And then you see Gallagher stops for a second, and he casts something from his wand. Let's see if what happens. And nothing happens as it continues to. You see, he clearly cast something. You see a look of panic as he turns around and starts swimming with you. You guys are now swimming as fast as you can. It is getting closer and closer. The size of it makes it hard to judge just how far behind you it is, because it keeps getting bigger when you think its size should have stopped long before this. As you guys now have entered into the harbor, and you hear this as it clearly has hit the sides of the wall of the harbor. But then you hear just as you continue to fly forward, to swim forward. As you get to the shore, you see Galago pops out of the ocean, and you don't see him from that point on. Then you see hooks being thrown in and pulling the fish up. All of the Triton holding on as the octopus jump down and swim deeper into the ocean. Do you stay in the water?
Close to the surface, like I can get to the beach if I need to, but
okay.
I'm still kind of seeing if it's breaking through or not.
Perfect. So you stay. It's a sheer dock, so you're staying next to the dock. There has been a rope thrown to you if you want it. So as you continue to sit in your orca form, it's quiet for a second. And then another, and you hear the splash of rocks as they hit the ground. And then, as
Shit, I'm getting out now.
you grab the rope, and as the so do you change?
I go back. I change back, and I go in my original form, and I grab the rope.
The instant you grab the rope, you feel the strength of many hands pull you instantly out of the water. And then as you look back, you see starting to break the surface, just this massive black shadow of a creature. And then you see, as it breaks the surface, a maw and an unholy large Titan creature break through. That's where we're gonna end.
On my earpiece.
Oh man.
My earpiece sounds off first though, and I scream out like, "Guys, I need you down at the harbor now! Now!"
Oh my god.
Meanwhile, me and Vice are like, he's gonna clean up that vomit.
I think at this moment we could be talking about headlight fluid.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Meanwhile.
All right. Meanwhile. All right. So, yeah, with that, thank you all for tuning in, these Pig Slippers. Thank you for making the time. I super appreciate it. We'll see what happens with this literally called a gargantuan Titan of a creature next time. We'll also see.
I know what stat block to look up. I'm just kidding. I'm not a
I'd like
horrible
my
player.
spell to be against gigantic titanic creatures.
But yeah, we'll catch you guys next Tuesday. Same bat time, same bat channel. and see what the fuck's gonna go on and how Bloodscale's memory might affect all this. So good stuff. We'll catch y'all later.
I have one of those now.
You do,
Bye,
you do, yeah.
everybody.
Bye, Dr. Nick.
Did we start?
You know what? You know what? Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. We did start. You motherfuckers.